Hello, make another video, this time talking about why I wear sunglasses. Now, this is going to be a little darker, so, if you're sensitive to all that, I wouldn't watch it, but, there's your disclaimer alert. I don't think it's that dark, but whatever. So, I should say that, like, a lot of my family members have been stressed, and we used to live in a household of 12 people, and if you can't, it's that causes a lot of fights. Most people don't imagine that for some reason, but more people in the house causes a lot more stressful moments. But yeah, one day we got into an argument, yada yada yada. We went about it, and then he ended up hitting me, and then uh, I got my nose broken, and what was it? I got a black eye, but it was more so the nose broken, and I started like bleeding everywhere. After a little tussle, they didn't want to let me leave. I ended up leaving. I just like went out the house for like, I'd say like 6 hours or so. Eventually, I came to home, said some nasty things, probably shouldn't have, and then we moved on. Now you may wonder why the glasses. Well, I had to go to work next day, and this is back when I used to work in retail. So I was front of security at the time, so I had to stand in front of everyone and greet them. I basically had to stand still, greet them, and then observe everyone, and while showing command presence, it's the fucking dumbest thing ever. While also maintaining like a nice presence, be really kind to everyone. And the reason this sucked is because everyone just like, if you're in a bad mood, then yeah. And I was in a really shitty mood. I think I haven't been that pissed off in a while. But I was just greeting people like normal. I just say hello, welcome, whatever, and just like I guess a little bit eye rolling. But this old lady, I remember for a fact, she came up to me and she was like, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable with this person while shopping around," and she was like constantly on me, non-stop, and I'm like, "Holy fuck, lady, leave me alone." She's going up to the counter, telling the manager of like how she doesn't feel safe, how we should hire someone else, and it's so wrong to just have someone like that standing near me. Like it can't be a safe environment with people like me around there. But anyways, fast forwarding, it's just like holy fuck, this lady will not leave me alone. She eventually did leave, but not after making a giant ruckus, and it was just so annoying. And then after that, all my coworkers started getting on my ass about it too, because it's like, hey, what's wrong? It's like I just don't want to talk about it, because how do you talk about like one of your family members fucking did that to you, right? Like obviously it's just a scuffle to me. Like most people would tell me just move out, and it's like call protective service, whatever, yada yada yada. But like, let's say I do that, right? I have nowhere to live suddenly. And if anything, I have to go to a bunch of people that I also don't trust. It's the exact same situation. Nothing actually gets better. It's just, it's mind boggling. After that, I thankfully, the reason I got that first job was because a friend got me into it. That job sucked ass, by the way, but like he got me that job. So he talked to me eventually, and I told him what happened, and he got everyone to leave me alone. And it's just like, holy crap, I shouldn't have to go to this lengths. So after that, since it was during summer during the time, I started wearing sunglasses every day to hide the black part of my eye. People would bother me less. My nose, like, it didn't look that damaged. It was like, adjustable. So I started doing that. And honestly, I really like the aesthetic. I always thought like sunglasses were really cool, and especially with the leather jackets and all that. I was like, ooh, looking good, handsome. Just need a cigarette, and I key off my whole look of being a giant asshole, or I'm too cool for the world. But yeah, I guess this story was a bit shorter. But ever since then, I just kind of always wore sunglasses, and they never really like bothered me, honestly. I guess another thing, it's like a more smaller detail, but like I think like after that moment, like I know my dad cares about me. If he didn't care about me, I wouldn't be in this freaking house and he wouldn't do the things he does, right? He wouldn't have raised me, he would have kicked me out by now, yada yada yada, right? But it's just like one of those things where like once something like that happens, it's really hard to like fully open up and feel like safe, I guess. Like exactly it happens. Like everyone's going through their own shit. He's going through his own shit. I can't even imagine the stress. But it's just like after something like that happens, it's really hard to like just move on from it, right? Like stuff like that just kind of lingers in the back of their head, and it's just like, yeah, that did happen, but there's not much you can do about it. Either way, that's my little story rant for the week. I think the only reason they come out because like I don't talk to my dad that much, but honestly at this point I think he's probably the closest person in my family at this point. Uh, which is kind of sometimes it makes me a little sad to think about, but you know it's better than no one, and you know I still have a home, so can't really argue with that. Anyways, that's it. Peace.